Man, oh man, the fight I've been waiting for for half the year. The real life Mortal Kombat. Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Getting right into it, man. UFC 295 headliner Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. It was initially supposed to be John Jones versus Stipe Miocic, but John Jones had a serious injury. I think I'm not sure what the specific details was, but the video looked bad. It had something to do with his muscle, his chest muscle. I'm not a doctor, man. I'm not about to freestyle on what that was. But yeah, that fight is canceled, which is a big bummer because this was supposed to be one of the fights where the seats, the ticket sales were ridiculous, man. Ridiculous because it was supposed to be John Jones. I think his hometown MSG fighting the greatest heavyweight of all time. So the greatest fighter of all time fighting the greatest heavyweight of all time. It was supposed to be this big fight for both guys, probably their retirement fight on who gets to be the best heavyweight, blah blah blah. And apparently there was a front row seat that cost $30,000. That is so ridiculous. I mean, now things have changed and the fight is canceled. The card has lost fights, which is a little degrade, but I'm not gonna lie to you. The fight that was replaced with that, to me, is more interesting. And I'm talking about Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. To me, that's gonna be a more fun fight. I don't like the fact that it's a little last minute for them, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I prefer that matchup. But yeah, back to the main topic though. Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Jiri Prochazka, he's known for his dynamic and unorthodox fighting style. You know, in MMA, he has a background in kickboxing, I believe, and the man possesses a wide range of striking techniques. Like, he is very, very dynamic. Prochazka is known for his spinning attacks, powerful kicks, creative striking combinations, channeling chakras. He's also shown good takedown defense. I'm not gonna lie, like he's up there, pretty well rounded. And he has that willingness to engage in any type of exciting stand-up battles, man. Keep in mind that fighting styles can evolve, so his style may have developed further since his last fight with Glover Teixeira. He had a terrible shoulder injury right before the second fight was supposed to be set. That's Glover versus Jiri versus Glover 2. So that had to put him out. He had to vacate the belts. Then Jamal Hill became the champ. He took that fight with Glover, became the champ. Now he's injured, vacated the belts, and now it's Jiri back again fighting Alex Pereira. So yeah, it's been a while, man. But look, I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like people are having a lot of recency bias with the great things that Alex Pereira has been doing. Like, the man came as a several double time champion in glory kickboxing, knocked out Adesanya, came to UFC, beat Adesanya, became a middleweight champ, lost to Adesanya, went to light heavyweight, beat Jan Blachowicz, and now he's fighting for the title. If he wins this fight and becomes a champ, this man will become a 2-division champion in less than what? In a year? In less than what? 2 years in MMA? In less than what? 2 years in UFC? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. His record isn't even, it's not that extensive in MMA, but he's literally making himself a legend. Like, it's happening so naturally. So he's on a good momentum, you know. He has that hype right now, on a good streak. He's confident. But man, I feel like people have forgotten what Jiri brings to the table. But when we talk about Alex Pereira's skills, there are things we need to point out as well. Alex is a Brazilian mixed martial artist known for his striking skills, particularly in kickboxing and Muay Thai. He's had an extensive, legendary career as a kickboxer. His fighting style is pretty much characterized by powerful and precise striking techniques. Pereira is also known for his strong kicks, devastating punches, and literally excellent timing. I mean, the guy knows when to go and when to not go, right? He also has I already said it, an extensive background in kickboxing and massive success in the sport. He's a legend in kickboxing for sure. Now he's transferred that to his MMA career. His striking abilities combined with his takedown defense make him literally a formidable opener for anyone on the feet. And it's about time people stop saying, "Oh, Alex Pereira, just take him down." That's it. No, the guy has proven time and time again he has a good takedown defense. Easy is not the best wrestler, but he did try to take him down several times. It didn't stick. Yan took him down, and he came back up pretty fine. And when Yan took Israel down, Israel couldn't do nothing. You know, you can blame it on the weight difference or whatever, but I'm not gonna sit here and keep saying Alex Pereira's takedown defense is takedown is his weakness. Or no, I'm not gonna do that, because he's even training with Glover, still trying to bring that belt back to the camp, you know. So yeah, look, Pereira has showcased a dominant striking style, man, and his fighting style has certainly evolved since the last time he fought Jan Blachowicz. Now, in terms of picking the winner of this fight, man, this is absolutely not a confident pick. In my opinion, it is so 50-50. It's not confident. But I have a strong feeling that Jiri Prochazka is going to pull this off, man. I have a strong feeling this man is going to stop Alex Pereira from becoming this MMA double weight class legend. Look, people, like I said, people are having recency bias. Alex is on a great momentum, but so was Jiri, man. And Jiri, the reason why I'm picking Jiri is because Jiri is a mad man. And I say that with all due respect. How does Jiri Prochazka fight? Dynamic striking, all up in your face, doesn't give no space. And look, the thing about him, he doesn't stop putting out activity. He's always active. He's pressuring you, trying to get you against the fence so he can land dangerous things to hurt you and take you out. He does not back up. You cannot back Jiri up. If you're backing him up, that's because he's also fighting, but maybe the fighter is being the dominant one. But that's just even hard to imagine. So the thing about Jiri is he keeps pressing forward. He's willing to get into wars. He really doesn't care what is coming back. And that guy has a fantastic chin, man. I mean, he eats shots gracefully like nothing happened. He barely keeps his hands up, which I'm actually scared about, because that left hook from Alex Pereira is dangerous, you know. Now, if you compare Jiri's fighting style to Alex Pereira, right? Like, Alex goes in, he can be all in your face, but it's not constant. He picks and chooses his moments, looking for those attacks that will take you out. Now, he's not a slow fighter or someone that's just gonna wait for you to do something and then counter. No, that's not what I'm saying. He does push forward, he does go in, but the difference is when you give him back that pressure, when you say, hey, you're not gonna, if a fighter says, hey, you're not gonna punch me all the way till I back up to the wall and knock me out. You punching, I'm punching. We both punching. I don't know, man. I've not seen situations where Alex goes all in into that war, where he's still pushing forward even though he's receiving shots. Alex Pereira tends to back up a little bit when he starts receiving what he's given. And that is the main reason why I'm picking Jiri, man. Look, Alex has all the skills to win this fight. And I'm not gonna lie to you, on paper, I would say, yeah. I would pick him. But I just have that strong feeling Jiri's gonna pull this off. The man is here on a mission. He really deeply believes he's supposed to be the main champ and the only champ, and rightly so. He won that belt legitimately and has been waiting to reclaim it. He's been training. I feel like the guy has been trained. This is the fight he's been training for. I mean, on his interview on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, he talked about how he wishes the John Jones versus Stipe fight wasn't canceled because he would have loved to be on the same card with them to showcase his skills. But now he's the main event, so he even has more incentive as the headliner. I don't think people are ready, man. People are sleeping on Jiri for some reason, and I get it. MMA is so active, specifically UFC is literally every Saturday, so it's hard to, keep that memory of people's performance if they are not updating you. And between both fighters, Alex Pereira has been updating us with his skills. We've been seeing him evolve, get better in each fight, and so of course it makes sense that he's the favorite, and he may as well win this fight. I honestly do think if Alex Pereira wins it, it's gonna be by maybe a knockout. I don't see Alex Pereira winning by a decision. If anyone's gonna win by a decision, is Jiri. Alex Pereira is gonna try to back Jiri up and land combinations and then land that powerful left hook. But Jiri, in my prediction, is going to eat those shots and throw back. Try to pressure Alex back to the fence and take him out. This is going to be a war. The fight is literally going to be back and forth. It's probably going to be the best fight in 2023. It's either going to be the best fight in 2023 or it's going to be the biggest disappointment in 2023. There's no middle ground. This fight is going to be the real life Mortal Kombat. Both guys are going to be going back and forth. There's hardly going to be any wrestling. I predict there's probably going to be 0 takedown attempts. That is my prediction. It's going to be a full-on action-packed fight. And hey, I can't wait to come back and say, hey, I was right. The fight went exactly how I predicted. But I am willing to say, like I said, it's either going to go that way as the best fight this year or the biggest disappointment this year. But yes, I am picking Jiri Prochazka to pull it off and become the second time light heavyweight champion at the end of 2023. I mean, UFC 295 is a stacked card. The co-main event Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. Man, initially when this fight was booked, I picked Sergey because the guy is scary and he touches you, and he's literally the Russian Francis Ngannou. So yeah, but the more I think about it, watching their fights back, man, I have to go with Tom Aspinall, man. That guy is talented and he's just super well-rounded. I feel like he's already showed all. Of course we can't see all. He's still young in his career and he still has challenges ahead of him. Still a, big prospect. But man, with everything he showed us, wrestling, he got it. Striking, he got it. He's another dynamic striker, very slick. He's literally looking for any type of opportunities to land an elbow, a punch, a knee, anything, a kick. Sergey, on the other hand, just goes in and swang and bang, man. The thing about that, if it lands clean, you are out. But I've not really seen more, I don't really see that more of an open bracket or skill set with Sergey aside for just swinging and hoping one lands, which is a high possibility. Both guys, on a good, beautiful momentum right now. They're literally the top of the division, the new generation. So it's gonna be a mad, interesting fight. Another good fight. I predict this to be a war as well, and I also predict it to end in a finish. Both guys don't go past the second round. Most times they don't go past the first round, but the latest is the second round. I don't think any of them has been in the third round. Definitely not Aspinall. Definitely no, not Sergey either. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. I am picking Tom Aspinall. Again, not a confident pick. Going to another fight, Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. Man, this one is not. I'm not even gonna act like It was a hard pick to make. It doesn't mean it's the most confident pick. It's a fight, but I'm gonna go with Mackenzie Dern, man. I feel like Jessica Andrade was that scary, immovable fighter, but she's now on a decline. Her last two fights weren't really great performances. She got finished, got subbed by Tatiana Suarez, and that got knocked out by Yan, and got submitted by Erin Blanchfield. So she's on a 3 losing streak. She's not going to have confidence. She's going to be doubting herself. But Mackenzie Dern, man, on the other hand, I really do believe the sole purpose I'm picking her to win this fight is she showed some serious toughness, man. Her last fight with Angela Hill. Look, man, Angela Hill to me is a good fighter. Like, I know her. She's inconsistent with her wins and losses, but she's a good fighter, and it's not easy to dominate her or drop her. Mackenzie Dern did that, man. She beat her ass. She showed me something different. Like, there was always something missing with Mackenzie. I always knew she had that, potential, but I love the fact that she showed her toughness, and I do believe that's what's going to pull it off. The rest of the card is pretty decent. Matt Favela versus Benoit St. Denis. I'm going to go with Benoit St. Denis. He's in a very, very good momentum right now, and he's a talented fighter. Pretty well-rounded. I think he will pull it off. We also have Diego Lopez versus Pat Sabatini. It's going to be a hard one, man. It's going to be a hard one. But I'm going to go with Diego Lopez, man. Another guy that he gives me that spider tingly feeling as a potential star and someone that we're not ready for. My favorite female fighter, one of my favorite female fighters right now, Lupi Godinez, is also on the card. Fighting Tabitha Ricci. I'm gonna pick Lupi because she's Lupi. Man, this woman fights 4 times a year. There was a time she fought back to back. Literally this week, fought the next week, and then fought last month. She does this. She's literally on every other card. So I'm going with Lupi. A bunch of other good cards. I am gonna be absolutely watching the main card, most of the prelims, maybe some of the early prelims, but yeah, it's gonna be a good card, a fun one, man. UFC 295, Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira, the real life Mortal Kombat. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a fun one. See you guys in the next video, man.